All right, y'all.
Get money, get money.
It's another day, another NFL Sunday. The New Orleans Saints take on the Miami Dolphins here on the Baddest Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. I'm EJ 504. That's my dad at 504.
And your dad got some breaking news in a few seconds. I just want to make an announcement, but go ahead.
um, yeah, the Saints go ahead and they take on the Dolphins.
Can't hear you.
What this roster, looks like, and who you're trying to keep, who you're trying to look at going forward, who you're trying to get rid of, going forward. The playoffs are out the door. The Saints ain't really worried about that after a tough loss. Last week we weren't really worried about the Atlanta Falcons loss. Everybody talks about a rivalry game and everybody wants that win and everything like that. But for me, at least personally, I'm not taking none of these losses to heart right now because I know where this team is at. The team is rebuilding, and everybody's expecting to win out of this football team. And to me, right now, I'm just looking at it as who looks good and who doesn't at this point. So, I know Saints fans that hurt to go ahead and lose against Atlanta, but that's happened before. That's even happened last year. We've even beaten Atlanta in their house. So last year. So I'm not even gonna put that out the door that the next time we play them again this year, at their house, that we won't get our kid back. So it's nothing to hold our head down on right now. Like I said, just let Kellen Moore go ahead, figure this thing out in his first season, and then we move from there in the offseason, in the draft, and see what we can go in and get. The Saints are close to going ahead and get a top 5 pick in this draft. It's been a while since we had a top 5 pick in this draft. Last time we done that, Reggie Bush was drafted by the New Orleans Saints. So this could be huge for the New Orleans Saints to go ahead and get a pick of that caliber coming up, But like I said, today it's the Dolphins today, so we'll obviously see what the Saints can do against the Dolphins and how Tyler Shuck is developing and how the rest of these players are developing. Devon Vele, Devin Neal, Mason Tipton, guys that you really want to take a good hard look at
Tyler Shuck.
On this team. So go ahead, Dad. You said you had something that you
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah, yeah. I'm a Tulane fan, and unfortunately, Tulane has lost their coach to Florida. The Tulane Green Wave, John Summerall, who was just there for 2 years, he just couldn't resist going to the SEC. He's going to be the next coach of the Florida Gators. I kind of wish that I didn't want him to go to Florida. He got to play LSU, But yes, John Summerall, man, just turning Tulane around. This is the second time Tulane has lost a major coach in the last 2 years. That they lost Willie Fritz to Houston Cougars, and now they're losing to the Florida Gators. You can't blame John Summerall. And I'm hearing that he's still going to play in the conference championship, which is good. They have an opportunity to get into the playoffs, but that's a bad news for New Orleans area. But back to the Atlanta thing, you brought up something that was key. The Atlanta matchup. Hey, we lost the first game in the dome last year. If you look at the Saints and the Atlanta Falcons, they are overall, both of them, 50-50. That's just unbelievable. 50-50. That's telling you that's a serious rivalry. That means both teams literally 50-50 in playing each other, okay? So yeah, we lost this game to Atlanta Falcons. I think Saints fans are more upset because we lost to the Falcons, and they got some Saints fans that are pretty much, their expectations are higher than what they should be. This season is more about evaluations. Kellen Moore was given people are gonna think I'm making excuses for Kellen Moore. I'm not. But Kellen, when he took the job, one of the conversations, shout out to Bronze, one of the conversations when he took the job, EJ, was what kind of leash would he have if he take this job? He knew that when he was taking his job, it was going to be a challenge for him because of the roster. The roster is a bad football roster. Nobody wanted to coach the New Orleans Saints. Let's just be real. Look at the coaches that came in. The Saints was the last football team to hire their coach. So that that tells you that the Saints did not have a good roster, and that's what the NFL thought of the New Orleans Saints. Joe Brady didn't even want to interview. Okay, so Kellen Moore took a job that he knew he just wanted an opportunity to be a coach, but he also knew the circumstances. And that's what delusional Saints fans not understanding. And they keep comparing him. Well, Sean Payton was able to take a team in the first year. Well, Sean Payton inherited Jim Haslam's team, who had talent on that football team. He inherited Deuce McAllister, Will Smith. He inherited Charles Grant. He inherit the number one, the number two draft pick overall in Reggie Bush. He brought in one of the top free agents in New Orleans history, Drew Brees. He didn't take over a roster where he got two rookies at quarterback. So people need to stop with the comparing him to Sean Payton in the situation of Sean Payton. Sean Payton had Scott Fajita as a free agent. He had Shanley in them boys. It's really difficult for me to listen to Saints fans who not looking at the salary cap situation. When Sean Payton took over for the Saints, their salary cap was not ruined like it is now. Sean Payton was a part of EJ, and I hate to say this, the last time I talked. He's responsible. He got out while the going was good. He knew that the team that he jacked up this team trying to win that Super Bowl for the Drew Brees, and he destroyed our cap situation.
Well, I'm not gonna, bring up Sean Payton in this group chat.
I'm gonna always be mad at Sean
We
Payton.
always somehow, some way get to him on this conversation and
Because
everything.
I'm gonna always be mad at him.
But more than anything, with that, I agree. Like you said, there's too many expectations. Too much high expectations put on this football team in year one. I don't know what a lot of Saints fans thought this football season was gonna be. And I guess they thought, that the Saints were gonna win immediately in year one with what this roster was. And this roster just was not built good enough to go ahead and win, win go to the playoffs, for that matter. We see two rookie head coaches, and I'll give them their flowers. The Bears head coach, Ben Johnson, he's doing really well with the Bears.
But look at the Bears roster. Look at the Bears roster,
and then also the Patriots. The Patriots are another team, rookie head coach this
right?
year.
But they were second year in. They were second year in.
They're doing really well right there. Two good examples that, if you look at their rosters compared to what the Saints have right now, that is just two different worlds right there. They got playoff ready rosters and a coach that's ready to go ahead and take them as far as they can, and the Saints just they got a coach. I believe in Kellen Moore and everything like that. And things are to me under Kellen's direction. I think are going to be fine. I'm really not sitting there looking at Kellen as and judging him on these wins and losses like that. But if you look at with Kellen Moore's situation with the roster compared to those two other teams with Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel. That's two totally different worlds right there.
EJ, Ben Johnson had. Look at the draft he did. He took over. He took over Chicago Bears, who had decent wide receivers. There, Adujier was drafted. number one pick. They had, just look at their wide receivers. They just look at their wide receivers compared to the Saints. Go look at Adumaje, that's what his name. Go look at their running game, Swift. Just look at their running game. Period. Look at and like I said, Brandon Staley is doing an excellent job with the Saints because you're changing the 4-3 to a 3-4. And I think he's done a great job. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the Saints go, you look at the roster with the two teams you're bringing up, and you look at the Saints roster, it's full of aging vets that we're weaving out. And the rookies that we're starting, they're going through growing pains.
Yeah. Like I said, I agree. It's totally, if people want to make that comparison that, that some of these rookie head coaches are having success and stuff like that. And even I forgot about the Jaguars too.
Vrabel is not a rookie head coach. Vrabel is not a rookie head coach.
I know that, Dad. Mike, I know Mike Vrabel has coached before in this league. I'm saying
coach before the league, he led a team to the AFC Championship.
When I bring up rookie head coaches in this league, I'm bringing up this is his first team.
Ben Johnson.
First year with this football team. Okay. Liam Cohen, another one with the Jaguars. He's another one having some good immediate success.
But look at his roster.
Football team. But
look how many times they've been drafted. Look at the Jags. Look where they've been drafted.
The Jaguars roster compared to the Saints, they have better players over there.
Number one pick.
All this to say that the Saints the Saints decided to use this year to go ahead and figure out what they have, Saints fans. Like I think a lot of y'all don't realize that the Saints are really trying to figure out who they want to keep on this roster and then get rid of. That's all they're trying to do right now. Half of these players that's on this roster right now will not be here next year. And a lot of players that y'all know and love, a lot of these older players, they're going to be gone come next season. And you're already starting to see the changes at the trade deadline. Nobody thought we would have seen Rashid Shaheed gone, and I don't think a lot of people would have thought that we would have gotten rid of Brandon Cooks as fast as we would have gotten Brandon Cooks.
Well, Brandon asked for a release. He did ask for a release. I had to make that clear. He did come to the Saints and ask for a release. You know the history of Brandon Cooks. I mean, he just felt like
that's fine that he asked for that, but I'm glad he did, because if it was up to the Saints, to try to fulfill that entire contract with him,
he actually helped the Saints. He got $2 million. He gave the Saints $2 million back.
It makes no sense for the Saints to go ahead and keep Brandon Cooks on this rebuilding roster right now.
Right.
Especially if they're going to try to go ahead and throw money at Chris Olave and try to go ahead and go with these other guys that they're trying to look at right now. Vele, who they traded for, also the guy from the Patriots that they traded for.
Yeah, you talking about Jalen Polk. Jalen Polk, second round draft pick.
Through the draft and getting another guy. So it made no sense to even keep a Brandon Cooks right now. Just like it didn't make no sense to keep Rashid Shaheed right now. So like I said, I'm not mad at Kellen Moore right now. Like
EJ, look at the trades. Lattimore, people were upset when we traded Lattimore, but look at Lattimore right now with the Commandos. He tore his ACL. The Saints ended up getting multiple draft picks. The Saints won that draft. Won that trade. The Saints actually built some of these guys that you see playing on the field, they're winning their trades. You wouldn't believe it. But these young players are a part of the trades that they're winning. I just wanted to throw that in.
Yeah. Like I said, if you want to measure Kellen Moore right now on the only thing I say that maybe
red zone.
That maybe I can go ahead and go along with Saints fans with right now on Kellen Moore, because Kellen Moore will not, and by all means, is not perfect, and he needs to get some things fixed up and figured out. And I think a lot of this has to do with him being a first-time head coach in his career, It's just that his play calling right now. I don't like the way that he's play calling in red zone situations. That could be entirely better. Um, but as far as and him, managing this football team, I think he's laying a good foundation. The culture is swinging. I do feel like these rookies, he's being able to go ahead and play these rookies. Whether you say that was Mickey Loomis that made all of these picks or that was Kellen Moore made all these picks, somebody was smart. Somebody did a good job on that.
It
And
was Jeff Ireland. Jeff Ireland made
because
the
this
picks.
draft class looks really good.
It's Jeff Ireland. Jeff Ireland is over the draft. It was Jeff Ireland.
So I just think that Kellen still has a bright future ahead. Oh, you can't really make too much judges on him right now. Come next season, we'll know more about what we got in Kellen Moore, because next season will be a lot more changes, a lot more different roster and
Yeah, he'll have his team in. By then, he would have the team that he wanted to shape. By then, he will have his guys, and that's the issue. And like I said, that's why I'm hoping that Tyler Shuck can actually, play off this rest of the season. And we don't have to win a lot. I want him to, maybe win another game. But Tyler Shuck, I want to see some things out of Tyler Shuck. I want to see what I saw in that one game. I want him to be more aggressive, and I want the coach to be, and I want him to stop putting Taysom Hill in the goal line and taking the ball out of the hand of Tyler Shuck. Taysom Hill is a good player, but he's getting washed, okay? And it's getting predictable. This shit is getting predictable. Make him a running back. Make Taysom Hill a running back. Because now that Kamara is out, you can go and let him be the backup running back. But stop putting him in at quarterback and shotgun and taking the ball out of your quarterback hands. To me, that's not right, because like I said, you got a quarterback that's marching you down the field, and you take the ball out of his hand. That takes the whole momentum of what the quarterback is doing.
Yeah, no, that's very true. That's another thing that I didn't like I'm seeing the Saints really lean into is they putting the ball in Taysom Hill's hands a lot of times, and when it works, it works. You look like the smartest man in the world, but when it doesn't work, you look like the dumbest man in the world. And I really think that they need to stop putting the ball in Taysom Hill's hands in goal line situations. It's predictable now. Everybody knows what's going to happen when Taysom Hill enters the football game in these goal line situations, or even third down short situations. We everybody knows what's going to happen. So I totally agree that they need to stop leaning so much on Taysom Hill. And if you really want to see what Tyler Shuck can do, and you're in the midst of really monitoring Tyler Shuck, let him go ahead and finish these drives off in the red zone. That was the biggest gripe on Spencer Rattler, was that he couldn't get into the end zone. So let's see if Tyler Shuck can get into the damn end zone.
Right.
Don't take the ball out of his hand.
You're taking the ball out of his hand. You're taking the ball out of his hand, and you're taking the momentum. And like I said, when we seen Tyler Shuck at his best, he finds Jawan Johnson, like he played against the Carolina Panthers, and them goal line situations. You notice they wasn't using Taysom Hill like that. They were throwing the ball, and they were finding. He was finding Jawan Johnson in the middle of the field, like on the sideline. You got tight ends, man. Use them tight ends.
Yeah.
So I just want to and you got V-Lay. I want to see V-Lay. He's 6'5", man. I want to see guys like that at the goal line. I want to see the Saints get more aggressive, go more, and stop taking the ball out of your quarterback hand. I just don't like it. It's really aggravated. I know we got Nas on the panel. Nas is a big Taysom Hill fan, but I'm really getting sick and tired of seeing the Taysom Hill special. That should have left a long time with Sean Payton, and I just that it's just really getting really it's just sometimes it work on situations. It just got to be called at the right time, and you can't keep trying to call every time you get down there.
To this point with it, with the Taysom Hill quarterback thing, it's predictable because Yeah, I even called it 8 years back. When it gets to the point where teams are gonna know we're gonna run Taysom with the ball with that quarterback power, you're gonna have to expand his versatility as he gets older. Expand it out, expand him as a receiver, expand him in the backfield as a receiver. Them legs ain't the same. Only time you use that quarterback power is if they don't expect it. You're gonna have to put it to where, like, hey, you look at the system Kellen Moore has. Kellen has a RPO system. Am I correct?
Go ahead.
He has a RPO system. Use the RPO. Don't use that quarterback power no more like that. Use it when defenses don't predict it. And if you're gonna utilize Taysom's versatility, put him as a quick as what we did with Sean Payton. Use him as a quick passer and a play action guy and mix in that pistol formation to where, okay, is he gonna pitch it out to Devin Neal? Is he gonna pitch it out to Esteem? Or is he gonna run the ball and utilize him
Yeah,
as that
I'm
in
done with
space
it. Are
threat?
you done with it? This young
I'm
man
to the point
still,
where
this young man is
I'm
still
to the
trying to
point.
make a case for the Taysom Hill special. What you think about this,
Me,
EJ? Because I'm done with
No,
it.
no,
I'm done with hearing.
I
I'm done with
see.
it.
I see
me
what
the
Nas is
running
talking about. Like,
because it's the predictability.
if you are gonna use Taysom Hill in certain situations, you can still use Taysom because he's believe it or not, he's still athletic and everything like that. He's just not as explosive as he used to be. He's older, so
Mhm.
everybody knows what's gonna come. But you
They
got to be
already know.
smart when you use it. You know,
Exactly.
you
That's what I'm
can't
saying. You
you
can't keep
can't
doing the
come in
same thing
there
with Taysom,
and
and it's
and
just
and
like,
try to
wow.
run quarterback power 100% of the time,
But
and
when he
everybody
used
knows
when
quarterback
you up
power is
when you
coming.
up when you up like you was against Carolina, you were up against Carolina. So then you could use Taysom. He ran the game out. Okay, I understand that because you were up. You running the game out. You could use Taysom. But when you up there, you can't trick these people with that Taysom special no more. I'm just sorry.
Because everybody already knows. Because what? What do defenses do? All they got to do is overseam to the right. All they do is overseam a linebacker, a safety, and a DB to the left or the right, and say, voila, we got you, Taysom. We already know what to do. Overseam to the left or the right, the B gap and C gaps, voila, ball game. You not fooling us no more, bro. You better figure out how your coach gonna make you a quick passer or receiver or something. Cause we already got you, boy. We told you. You keep on having that little fun with your little quarterback power thing. And eventually we gonna stop it. And what I told in fruition is happening. You're making him predictable as a coach. If you're an offensive mind guy and you got a Taysom Hill, I'm expanding him as a open outlet guy as a receiver because in space as an
He showed
inside
that he got
receiver.
good hands yet. There was a pass Tyler Shuck through him, and it should have been first down, and he just drops. Taysom is not no good at catching the ball. He has to be wide open for him to catch the ball. I'm not trusting him to catch the goddamn ball. I never thought he was a tight end in the first place. I
Uh,
think we need to
I
run
even
in the.
said that.
You make him a wing. You let him be a wing back. Taysom looks like little McCaffrey sometimes. Let him get like traditional handoffs. You can use he would be better fit running as like the second running back or something. I would like to see him run the ball like from the like from behind the center. You know what I'm saying, EJ? Do some pistols. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Some
what I just
sweeps,
said. Put some
pistols or
pistols.
sweeps. But I'm not using that boy. Not using that boy in the way y'all trying to use him. No, the man ain't
No,
catching no damn ball. The man don't catch the damn ball good at all. Taysom ain't mossing nobody, man.
no.
No, the Taysom is a his traditional quarterback. That's what he is. He's a quarterback. But he's been moved to other places because his athletic ability. But he's a you asking a guy who played quarterback all his life to be wide receiver. No, he's not a wide receiver. He's not a damn tight end.
yeah, I like I said, it's an interesting thing. I think Kellen Moore is starting to realize that's not working because fans are
Yeah, it's
getting on
not
his head
working.
about it,
Oh, they getting on him.
and the success is not,
It's
it's
not
not
the same
happening.
no more. It's not the
So,
same no more. You gotta
you
cut it.
know, and
You're
and I
gonna have
wouldn't
to
be
cut it.
surprised come next season that he's as much as we love Taysom Hill, he's one of the ones that like one of those older guys that we have on this roster that we let go come next season. just just throwing that out there. That a lot, like I said, is as much as we love these guys and we love a lot of these older guys on this roster and everything like that. It's just where we are as a franchise. That might have worked in 2018, 2019, 2020 with Drew Brees and Sean Payton and everything. But right now, this is a totally different era, and this is a totally different football team right now. So,
was that Dante Pennis, EJ, that broke the 75-yard run last week? I can't think of which.
no,
Somebody
it was
broke.
Mason Tipton.
Mason Tipton. That's a kid that have some kind of explosiveness that I would like to see them utilize. Like as far as like them little screen passes and shovel passes to the side and stuff like that. I like to see them get him more involved because of his speed. He got the kid got some athletic ability that I don't think Kellen is utilizing because we're just going straight for Olave all the time. We gotta be able to trust the roster. I don't make a name for these guys. I want to see V-Leg get the ball today. I want to see against the Dolphins because the Dolphins. Let me tell you something about the Dolphins, yo. The Dolphins are one of the worst teams in the NFL against the run. They can't stop a run with
Yeah, that's one thing we know about the Dolphins right now. They
cannot stop the run.
They have a bad defense right now. The Saints have a good chance today to take advantage of that. Now, offensively, we got
to stop Tua. Now that's gonna
that's gonna be
another thing.
Because you got to look at who you got. You got Tua that can air it out. He ain't got no big lively arm, but he does have a somewhat arm that can launch it. He's got Devon Achane. You got Darren Waller, who we have to watch for.
He got active today.
Yeah.
But remember history. Remember what Darren Waller did us in Vegas 5 years back. That 12 receptions, 128 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns game he did against us.
Yeah, but that's a couple of years back. I don't think he all that now. I'm thinking 127. Come on, Darren Waller hasn't been Darren Waller.
This will also be a sloppy football game today because I don't know if y'all realize that it's raining like hell out there in Miami.
It's raining in Miami?
Yeah, it's raining bad out there. This is gonna be a sloppy.
But it's a winnable game for the Saints.
Grinded out football
game.
You know why it's a winnable game for the Saints? Because if it's a rainy day, like you said, that means there won't be no advantages like for the air game. You see what I'm saying? So you can become a ground and pound and focus on defense and turnovers. You could probably win a game like this if you come out to play.
So they're gonna 9 times out of 10 run the ball.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
I want to see Devin Neal run. I want to see him get.
Yes, I was about to say that too. This is a big game that's gonna give some big, serious motivation for Devin Neal.
We're definitely gonna find out what Devin Neal is made of today because
who did we activate to back him up today? Because I know we picked up a guy from
the guy named Esteem.
Espinay came from Denver Broncos. He was pretty good.
Inactives today is going to be Chris Olave is active, thank God. He was going through a day-to-day back injury, but he's active. Alvin Kamara is out with his knee injury. Hugo Amadi
MCL sprain.
Hugo Amadi is out. Rajon Wright is out. Barry Wesley is out. Zaire Mitchell-Payton is out, and John Ridgeway, of course, and Christian Boyd has always been out all season long. And what it looks like today, as far as running the ball, from what I heard, it's going to be a tandem of Devin Neal and Taysom Hill in the backfield.
This is going to be a big game for them.
You might get a little bit of Epstein. You might get a little bit of Epstein, but it's
you mean Espinay
or Espinay, but
down there on Espinay Mall down in New Orleans.
But if you want to,
I think that's
if you're looking at who's running the football today, it's Devin Neal and Taysom Hill. That's the two that's going to be running the football mainly today. That's who you're looking at.
Because of the Alvin injury. because
But
of
yeah,
how
this is gonna be a grinded out run the football type of
play
day
defense
in the
game.
rain. I'm just telling you that right now.
I mean,
Everybody
you drafted Devin Neal, and this is let me tell you something. It hurted me to see Kendra Miller get hurt because this would have been great for Kendra Miller. But let me
Hmm.
tell you something. Um, if you are Devin Neal, don't say you didn't get your opportunity.
Hmm.
This is your time. You ain't even got Alvin in front of you. You ain't got nobody. This is your show, dude. This your time to show why you should have been drafted higher. Devin Neal, you could be the steal, dog. This
Sure
right here,
is.
you can make it hard for us to want to sign Alvin back. You can make
right.
us want to trade out. Bruh, go out there and play ball, bruh. Devin Neal, I know you can play because I watched you at Kansas, dog. I know you can run that ball, bruh.
Hmm.
You're a bigger dude. You're strong. I want to see them ride behind him across, behind the guard and the tackles. I want to see them run that ball.
Yeah.
Because he is that type of back. He's the specific type of back that you run between the tackles with. Bigger body,
Defensively, the
bigger
Saints
frame
are
running back.
going to have to watch out for Devon A. Chain over there in Miami.
Oh Lord,
Miami,
have
Hmm.
mercy.
that boy is a problem, and I
He
tell you,
is.
if this game is gonna be mainly leaned on the running game with it raining like it is, I'm just telling y'all, like hopefully the
But EJ,
linebackers
we've
and
been good
defensive
against the
line.
running backs. We've been playing some of the top running backs. If you look at it, the Saints shut down Carolina running back,
Rico
the kid.
Dowdle.
The Saints played
Rico
pretty
Dowdle.
good against Atlanta last week, shutting both of their running backs. They didn't beat us because of their running backs.
Algier. Algier and
Yeah, so
Robinson.
I'm not really. I think the D line is becoming a strength. They actually playing good against the run. What you think about that? Because if you look at it, man, the Saints D line been kind of stout, bro.
Hmm. The pass rush has been good against the run, just passing game wise. Our pass rush got to improve. We got to
Yeah.
improve.
Yeah, well, all I know is that yeah, they've been playing well as of lately
Against the run wise,
against the
just pass
run, but
rush, pass rush got to
I just
improve.
know we last week we played against you know
Atlanta, the pigeon chokes.
yeah, the Falcons, and you know they got that boy Bijan Robinson over there, and he had him a pretty good game last week. So I did. Devon A. Chain is on that type of level as Bijan Robinson is, and they're gonna have to watch out for Devon
And
A. Chain.
I mean, A-Chain good, but he ain't better than Bijan. Bijan is better.
Bijan, like
He okay, but he not better than Bijan. Come on. I
like
mean,
Achan is like
A-Chain
a
all right, but he ain't no
Achan
Bijan.
Achan. He's basically a Camara type of back. He's
Yeah,
deadly
he
as
one
a
of them kind, but
receiver.
he not Bijan.
Yeah. See,
He
one
not
thing
Bijan.
about it is his biggest threat that he is rushing the ball. Like being 5'9", 190, and you can just run
I
over
mean, is he
people.
even better than Carolina running back? You know?
He's
Yeah,
definitely better than Rico Dowdle.
Dowdle.
I mean, Rico Dowdle had two. How many times Rico Dowdle had
Look,
200
I
yards?
understand Rico Dowdle has resurged his career and had a good couple of games early in the season. But I'm telling you, this boy A Chain has been going off since last season for Miami,
Yeah,
and this boy
yeah,
is a
he ain't
problem.
nothing flashy to me. All right.
The only reason why people don't know about A Chain as well
He
as
one of them quiet guys,
as a Bijan Robinson is because Miami hasn't been good. I'm just
and
telling you,
he's
I'm
I've
also
been
fair
watching.
warning
I
you
watch
guys
A
to see.
Chain, but he ain't nothing.
I've been watching. He one of
He
them
ain't a guy
quiet
that I'm
running
sitting there
backs.
saying, "Ooh, he's the like." You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Trayvon Henderson. He ain't no. I
Okay.
mean, he ain't not one of them guys.
He break one today in front of your TV screen.
I've
I'm
been
just
watching. Trust me.
I ain't
I'm
saying
I've
he
just
been
won't. I
warning
ain't saying
you.
he ain't gonna
EJ.
break one.
I'm telling EJ. I've been watching him since he went to Miami. That boy has been a problem. He's been a problem.
He has been a problem.
Ever since he been in Miami
My problem
McDaniel.
ain't gonna be with the run. I think the Saints gonna be ready for the run. Because what I loved about Brandon Staley, he for this 3-4 defense is really strong against Gotcha and them knows how to clock that hole. I'm concerned about our cornerbacks because with they in our secondary, they got to
Jalen
deal because you
Waddle.
never know when Tua have one of them Tua moments. Sometimes Tua can go out there and have like 100 and something yards passing. Then some weeks he'll turn around and have 400 yards. So I'm worried about Tua, bro. Now, if we can contain Tua and make Tua not be scrambling all over the place, we can win this ball game. And let's talk about the kickers. EJ, this is big that you talk about the kickers. You haven't brought it up.
The kicking.
Because I have to explain something to somebody about the kicking situation.
I can't believe we're having this conversation right now about
Charlie Smith got the job. He got the job. Hey, York gonna back him up.
Well, hold up. Let the whole finish.
Charlie Smith from Ireland, man. He's been on the roster since
for 2 years, 3 years, 3 years.
And we've been wondering who the hell this kid is and why is he still on this roster? Is he good or is he not good? Well, today we're about to find out, New Orleans, because he beat out he beat out the ex-LSU kicker. Okay.
Yeah, well, the ex-LSU kicker is still on the roster. His name Cade York. He's still on the roster. He's on the practice squad. Yeah. What they're doing is they're gonna give Charlie the first dab because Charlie been on our roster for a minute. So it's just fair to give Charlie a shot before they give Cade.
Yeah. And I want to make this point too to Saints fans because everybody was kind of going crazy about them looking at Justin Tucker at the time, between him and Cade York at the time. Look, I know everybody, he was part of that situation and everything like that. My stance on stuff like that is that if you're not convicted, we're supposed to have this system in America where innocent before proven guilty. We have this thing in America that's what we're supposed to stand
but
by.
People don't see it that way.
Well, if that's the truth, if that's the truth, then I don't understand why half of these people in here went crazy on the Saints for even looking at the guy. Justin Tucker has been one of the best kickers in this decade
of all time.
Of all time.
I would have been shocked if we got Justin Tucker. I
couldn't understand. Well,
the backlash that the Saints
I didn't like the fact that Saints fans didn't want to at least give it a try. That just because of the problems we've been having with Groupie, we need immediate success at kicker right now, and doggone that, whether he was the answer or not, the Saints were trying to go ahead and look, to find out, on that part. But
that's the same thing I felt about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun was not convicted of none of them crimes, but yet in the eyes of the people, they still convicted him. Yeah. In the eyes of the people, they still look at him as being, and a woman, that's another story. But a woman or anybody can literally accuse you of something without due process. Yeah. And the whole, literally everybody just going to agree with the woman and not even know, was we there? Was any of us there? Do we really know that anybody can come online and accuse you of something? Yeah. Do we all supposed to just, stop messing with the person until we know the facts? And that's what people do. And they jump to conclusions before they know the facts.
Yeah, that's just the world we live in, And I thought at the time that wasn't fair, of Saints fans to sit there and ridicule the guy. And he'd been through the situation and stuff like that, and not to acknowledge or say for him to even be a part of that situation or anything like that, all going. I'm not saying he was correct in being involved in any of all of that, and like you say that anybody can say anything about anyone. That's like anybody can just go ahead and jump on in here and say anything about anybody. And that's not true, but everybody may look at you differently because they may believe that statement, but that's just the world we live in, today. And if we have a system like that here in America, that you're innocent until proven guilty, then I always believe that,
Don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun.
on somebody and try to
Because
bury
you can
it.
ruin them. You can ruin them. You know how many people who have been ruined and they haven't been guilty of something, of a crime, and they've ruined. They can't get a job. They can't get nothing just because of the public backlash that they receive.
Of a
People won't even take a
scandal,
chance
an
on it.
allegation,
Yep.
anything like that.
And
Justin
you might
Tucker,
come out, you might be coming out that you was innocent the whole time, but the damage already been done.
Right. So it's gonna be interesting today. Charlie Smith is gonna be the guy at kicker today. He's got a chance to really take.
He got a big leg, EJ.
And
He got a big leg.
he
He
kicked
got
a
a
60.
Yeah,
He kicked a
from what I
68
heard,
yarder. He got a 68-yard leg, they say.
That's what I've heard. He's been kicking really well, So and it kind of makes you think why the Saints didn't put him in all along,
No, they were developing him. They were developing.
He was being developed for 4
He was
straight
being
years,
developed to
which
sit
was smart.
behind Groupie, and then eventually they was going to go through a competition next year. What they didn't expect it to happen this year because they thought Groupie was going to have a great year.
Yeah.
But they had a chance to develop a guy in a program that without even him, he wasn't even affecting the Saints roster. Because he could stay, because he comes from the European, he comes across the seas, and there was a program that they had him. The NFL protects them players,
Right?
And he has a strong leg. Now we got to see if he's accurate.
Right.
That's what I was just about to say. Can he be an accurate kicker?
Now he's been sitting on our roster for the last 3 years.
Let's just see. Today's gonna be a great test for him because it's raining out there in Miami. It's gonna be some poor conditions out there, so we'll see if he can kick in those type of conditions today.
Man, what a way to start your career!
Yeah, right. That's gonna be a crazy way to start your career and get your start out there. But let's see if he can do it. And then like if it doesn't work out with him, like we
got
all
Cade York.
Cade York is still on the practice squad, and he's still waiting for an opportunity there.
So that's insurance. That's insurance.
Yep. And plus,
because they basically said, "Look, I'm gonna give the guy. You get one shot. You get one shot. You can't say we developed you enough. We giving you one shot to tell us that we don't need another guy." So that's smart. The Saints did. That's smart.
And plus, business side wise, it helps too. Cheap. He young and cheap.
Oh, he real cheap. They barely paying him.
Mm-hmm.
He making minimum.
Groupie was gonna cost serious money.
Well, I wouldn't have mind paying Groupie. If Groupie wouldn't been missing them kicks. I thought Groupie was gonna be Will Lutz. I literally thought he was gonna be that guy.
I thought so for the longest time. I thought he was gonna be a steady lone kicker that we never would have had.
I gave him benefit of the doubt.
The Saints did the same thing to Will Lutz. And Sean Payton released Will Lutz for Groupie before he left.
Yeah.
And he goes back and go get Will Lutz and give him a contract extension now. But see, fans talking about, how great Sean is, how great. And I hate that you didn't want me bringing it up. How great he is. Well, he got rid of him. But y'all didn't say nothing about that. It's unbelievable to me. It's diabolical.
I said the same. The same thing.
Yes, he got rid of him. Will Lutz should have never been got rid of. There was, he went on a slump, and all the fans gave up on him because of a slump. It's hard for kickers.
You know what? And you know why? Because
it's hard for kickers.
That man played hurt through a whole groin injury the whole season. The whole season.
And we need a new punter too, man. We got rid of the wrong. Thomas Mustard should have never been let go.
That was a money thing.
That punter we got, he give us too much short field. He don't have no strong leg. Our whole kicking situation.
That's another thing. I'm glad you brought it up because
Kogler.
Cole. I mean, Kai Kroger has been playing bad as well. We may need to start looking at getting another punter because he has been actually punting the worst net all season long as well.
You know what that says? I hate that we got rid of old boy Blake Gillikin. I hated that.
Well, I thought Gilligan was doing pretty well. And then another thing, and like I said, but I wouldn't have got rid of Thomas Morstead. Thomas Morstead should have retired the same.
Yeah.
Thomas Morstead There was no reason to let Thomas go. I don't know why. And he goes to the Jets, have a
Because
great career. I don't know
you know why they
why.
did it? It was because of money. It was because of the money thing.
Money.
We
They didn't want to pay the
Josh.
punter and the punter and the kicker. They got rid of Lutz and Thomas Morstead,
That's why they did it.
but what is haunting us right now? Special teams. They weren't
Special
about
teams
money,
is
and special teams is haunting us.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. You don't want to invest it too much into your special teams. Yes, special teams is important, and don't get me wrong, you're supposed to pay
focal
your
factor.
special teams.
A
But where the
focal factor.
Saints are right now, as a football team, they are
Oh,
trying
right
to
now, I understand right now. But when we were
they are
right
trying
now.
to pay a
if
lot of
we were
other things right
contending,
now.
we wouldn't have got rid of him because even our special team captain we got rid of. So the Saints got rid of a lot of people due to money
JT
situation.
Gray.
Yeah,
JT
JT
Gray.
Gray, because JT Gray is another guy. I mean, we just let him go.
Because
Yeah.
of money.
A lot
It
of
was 'cause the
leadership
money.
gone.
Yeah. That's the Saints. The Saints need to go ahead and really start getting that special teams back in order, because at one point the Saints never used to have to worry about
The
special
Saints
teams.
were dominating people with special
Because
teams.
you
Yes,
know why?
that
Because of the
always
one
used to
person.
be a thing that we never
JT
had to
Gray.
worry about.
Because we had Justin Hardy
And even
and
our
JT
kickoff
Gray.
returners, y'all. Even our kicker return, just like Denante Harris. He became what his name Harris. His
Deontay
last
Hardy.
Hardy. Yeah, and became Harris. We left. We wound up parting ways with him. And then if you look at the kickoff returners right now, Tipton is the only one. I mean, Pettis. We put him to the actor. We just cannot get rid of him off the roster.
I
Not the
think
suck about Pettis that he got to stay on the roster
we
for some reason.
specifically get Pettis for special teams.
For special teams.
Because if we're looking, because as far as receivers, Pettis has not become anything on as far as the receiver. But
I mean, he could be a slot. He could be a guy who catches stuff in space.
Yes.
I don't think they give him the ball enough. I mean, he showed he can catch in space.
Because you got to look at who we got. You got Tipton. You got Tipton out there. Tipton's the upside guy. So
Well,
that
I'm waiting
takes
for
away
the
a lot of
kid.
flex.
I'm waiting for the kid we got from Buffalo. I mean, from the Buccaneers.
Trey Palmer.
Trey Palmer. Once Palmer is back, I'm telling you, boy, they're gonna be flying.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see all that. I
Jalen Pope, EJ. I want to see Jalen Pope.
I want to see a lot of those guys. Go ahead.
All that's gonna be next year.
All that is next year. Everybody don't realize that we have all of that on this roster.
We got it, but people just don't know it.
Yeah.
Jalen Pope was the number one wide receiver for Michael Penix at Washington. You know what I'm saying? He was Jamar Chase at the University of Washington. People don't know that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He had an injury that put him back. He was drafted to New England in the second round. They just couldn't wait on his development. So we might got lucky and got a steal.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to bring this up. This is kind of a little bit off topic. That you kind of brought this up in college football news about John Summerall. Yes, that he is leaving for Florida come next season, and that he will finish out at Tulane.
John Summerall,
which that didn't shock me at all, because as great as Tulane has been as a football program, people will continuously poach Tulane
until they go into the Big Ten,
because they have not moved their conference yet.
Until they move their conference, they're in a small conference. Until they go to the ACC, because the ACC and the Big 12 is actually talking to Tulane. But Tulane got to make a drastic decision, because you're going to keep a coach ain't going to want to. They're going to be a training facility for coaches. That's all they're going to be.
Right.
You got to go if you want to be with the big dogs. You got to leave that conference. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. You're not Notre Dame. Notre Dame, the only independent school that can go into private school, like private conferences, and not happen to go to the SEC or nothing and make money because they got TV contracts.
Right.
You're not Notre Dame, Tulane.
Right. But
you gotta go to somewhere.
I bring all that up because now this is starting to become more official now. And you'll hear this more later in the day, but Lane Kiffin is now looking like he will be the coach
LSU next head
for
coach.
LSU.
And I'm gonna tell you why you're right. I'm gonna tell you why you're right. The reason why you're right is because that's John Summerall was the leading candidate to go to either. He had three schools. It was going to be Florida, it was going to be Ole Miss, and it was going to be
LSU.
no, not LSU. It's the other school, Auburn. That was his three targets. And the only reason why it was too late for them, I'm hearing John Summerall. They didn't get a word on Lane Kiffin is holding them hostage, right? To wait too long to make his decision, so he took the Florida job. He didn't want to lose out on an SEC job.
Yep. Yeah.
He just go. Hey, look, he could have went to Auburn, but he chose Florida over Auburn. Tell that to your wife, man. Tell that to your wife. Why? Tell your wife why. Why did he? And he's from where your wife from.
Yeah.
I mean, he's from Auburn. He's from that area. Why did he choose Florida over Auburn? That's where he's from, Alabama.
That's either
That's a head scratcher.
Either Florida paid him enough money.
Oh yeah, they paid him.
Or he figured that Florida has more resources for over there for him to win.
He got a quarterback over there.
That's just what it is.
That's
he got a quarterback too.
Yeah, he got a quarterback over there.
Right. So
he could walk in. He could walk in and change them. I guess it, he looking at it like this. I could walk in a better situation and win right away. Then I could win. It's gonna take me a couple of years to win at Auburn.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But that's huge news for LSU to pick up
Lane
Kiffin and to get a guy of that stature. And now the way that they got Lane Kiffin is crazy. Ole Miss is on the verge of being in the college football playoff right now, and the fact that
Tulane too.
That Lane Kiffin was ready to go ahead and leave them like that, and same thing like it's more understand. It's more like I understand John Summerall because of that's not SEC.
But they should make a law. They should make a rule that they cannot get hired until actual season is over with, in my opinion, because I'm gonna tell you why. You got Tulane, who's probably gonna make the playoffs. If they beat North Texas, they're gonna make the playoffs for the first time in their school history. They're gonna make a real playoff.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be with John said he's gonna ask the university could he stay on to coach it. So hopefully, the Tulane don't get salty.
I don't think they will. I don't think they're gonna let him do that though.
But he said it. He said in his press conference that's what he's gonna ask him.
Yeah, he can ask them all they want. That's the same thing Lane Kiffin tried to do with Ole Miss, that he wanted to ask, Ole Miss, could he still coach them?
No, that's different with Ole Miss. Tulane
playoffs.
No, they can't get Tulane is not gonna get mad with John. Ole Miss is gonna get mad with Lane. They ain't gonna have it. But Tulane might allow John. Yeah, Tulane might allow John to do it because John is the reason why they're relevant.
Because it's a smaller school,
and they don't want to look crazy going into playing. They're gonna have to play Oregon, EJ. If they make it, if they win,
no. Tulane is actually gonna have to play Texas Tech.
No, Texas Tech won. Texas Tech won, and they moved up a notch.
No.
I'm looking at it. It's saying Oregon.
No, it's gonna be.
You have not updated your thing, man. You looking at last week's. That's what I saw Texas Tech last week. I'm looking at Oregon this week.
Well, regardless,
it's an ass whooping waiting to happen.
If you're a Tulane fan, you would hope that you play Texas Tech rather than a damn Oregon.
Wait. Now hold up now, EJ. Hold up now, EJ. Don't forget, Tulane just 3 years. Yeah, it was. They're just 3 years away from winning in the Cotton Bowl against the Pac-10. Who was the Pac-10 USC Trojans with Caleb Williams? They Oregon is the Pac-10, Pac-10, Pac-12 too. So what is the difference?
Well,
nobody expected them to beat to beat UNC and come on, man.
Both of them are not Pac-12 anymore. Pac-12 is not what they used to be anymore.
They're still a Pac-12. They're Pac-16 or something like that.
No, they're big. They're Big 12 now. They're
whatever the school is. They in that division, And Tulane, Oregon is still in that division. That's what I'm trying. Oregon plays USC. So that's the whole point I'm
Look,
making to you.
I'm gonna just tell you. Look, if you're Tulane, you're hoping that you play.
Oh yeah, you would want Texas Tech. I mean that
You hoping that you play doggone Texas Tech. If you got
because
to
you would
play
have to go
Oregon,
to Oregon, and that would be a beatdown. It ain't no neutral field. You
if
got to
none
go
of
way
that
to
is
the.
neutral, then where did they got to go? Texas
You
Tech,
got to
or
go.
they
You
got
got
to
to go.
go, or they got to go Oregon. That none of that
Oregon
is
don't play.
neutral. They
Oregon
got to
is
go
no
either
game.
or.
And you got to go. Look, you got to go on a whole different time zone.
That's gonna be
That's a
tough.
beatdown. If they go to Texas, you're in the same time zone. It's right next door. So you going to Texas Tech, you right. That would be the better job. I mean, that would be the better opportunity. If I hope we well, yeah, you're right, EJ. Texas Tech would be the better matchup.
Because Oregon don't play. Oregon do not play.
Yeah,
Shout out, happy birthday,
that's a
y'all,
Big
to
Ten.
Pierre.
That's a Big Ten team, bro.
Everybody say
That's
happy
not.
birthday to Pierre. Pierre just had a
Hey, happy
birthday, y'all.
birthday, Pierre.
Yeah, happy birthday to you, man, out
He's
there.
an old
But
man.
now that we getting closer to game time, real quick, what's your prediction, Nas? Real quick, what's your final score? And who's your MVP of today's game?
This game, this is gonna be low scoring. I'm gonna give it about 17-10, and I got game MVP being Devin Neal.
Okay, all right. What you got, Dad?
I'm not picking against the Saints. I would never. I just don't pick for the other team. Look, let me tell you something. I got the Saints winning by a field goal, 20-17. Charlie Smith hits the game winner, 20-17 on the road.
Wow, that is
Charlie Smith shows why he's the guy.
wow. Okay, all right. You have a flair for dramatics there,
And
Dad.
my MVP is going. I'm gonna go with. Let me see. Shit. I'm gonna go with Tyler Shuck. I'm gonna go with Tyler Shuck, and the reason why, because I still think that he's a good quarterback, and I think that this will be a game. It's not gonna be big passing yards, but I think that he's gonna settle down, get the team down there in scoring range, and they like you say, EJ, it's gonna be one of them games in the nasty weather. Hopefully, the rain subsides by the time the game starts.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm thinking this is another tough game. This is gonna be a close game. Not much scoring going on in this one because of the rain. For me, I'm looking at 17-14. The Saints go ahead and pick up a win, a close win right here. I think they can really win this football game. But they have the only way they pull off this win is if defense comes to play today. Because I have no doubt that the Saints can go ahead and score on Miami. My doubt is can they stop Miami today? And my MVP will go to the defense today. I think the defense will do enough to go ahead and give Tua trouble to today. And like I said, the weather is going to play a huge factor in this game today. You're not going to see a lot of deep passes that we're accustomed to and everything like that. And the rain may calm down a little bit, but I'm talking about at the start of this football game, that ain't gonna happen until a little later on in this football game. You're gonna see a lot of running today. So Devin Neal's got to step up today. Taysom Hill too. If he's gonna be coming from the backfield, he better step up too from the backfield. And like I said, the Saints.
Hey EJ, I think the Saints this gonna be the last of the opportunity. I think the Saints win 4 games this year. And that's so, which means it's gonna be 2 more games, and I think it's either this opportunity to beat the it's gonna look. If we lose today, the only best chances we're gonna have is the Jets and beating the Titans. That's it for the Saints,
Yeah. So, um,
unless we just win more games against the division. But I don't know.
like I said, Saints fans, don't stop looking at wins and losses and playoffs and all of this stuff right now. You just evaluate this roster, see who you like on this roster, who you hope the Saints keep,
I
and
look
really
at
root for Tyler
evaluation and
Shuck in
seeing
this
if we can win
situation
against
right now.
this one.
The
Like really hope.
evaluation is the biggest thing right now. Evaluation. This like
Just
preseason,
really,
EJ. This a preseason. This a preseason.
yeah.
Man.
Just really hope that, yeah, also, whether you like him or not, but hope that Tyler Shough becomes the guy, that he becomes something, because you really don't want to be sitting there in this situation trying to
And
draft a guy
drafting another
again.
quarterback, and then that means we're gonna have to develop all over again. And
Yes.
we have to.
So,
If we can get this guy to be the guy, it will be something real good for the New Orleans Saints.
Well, after that interview Kellen Moore had, Kellen did make clear he's riding and dying with Tyler. So that right
Yeah,
there,
he's not going back. He's not going back. If
and
it was quarterback.
plus, you signed the boy a 4-year guaranteed $10 million contract. So that right
Yeah,
there,
they're not going back.
We ain't drafting no another quarterback.
yeah. So y'all go ahead and get ready to watch this football game. It's 12:01 right now. The New Orleans Saints about to get ready to roll into Miami.
The Pools game. See y'all guys in the Pools game
tonight. This is the Battle Sports Show podcast in the Deep South.
See you guys in the Pools game.
We may or may not have a post game today. I'm thinking we will. That depends on if everybody shows up in there.
If they're not too peed off, because you know how they are.
Yeah, but we're planning to have a post game show today. So we'll see y'all in there after the game, man. So we'll get a who that on 3. 1, 2, 3. Who that?